Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to another One Piece trading card game artwork roundup. I promise I will not be continuing this accent for the entire video. Yeah, so today I just wanted to kind of take a look at what we've seen so far, and mostly this video is going to be looking at the different sources that Bandai is using to pulling from to make the game. It would seem that we're getting artwork from 3 general sources. So we're going to be getting stuff that is done directly by Ichiro Oda himself, whether it's promotional art like this Luffy leader card is, because I believe this was when Luffy was on, I forget which magazine it is. It was Time magazine, maybe, but it was a U.S. magazine, and he was on the cover of it, and this was one of the posters. And actually, I have a figure of him in this pose that I got. I'll probably throw a picture up here just to show. But like, this is a super popular promotional Luffy image, super standard. And then we have, it looks like the other leader cards. These look like they're just pulled from the digital color, which is where I think a lot of this source line will be coming from. So we'll get stuff like this where they'll take a silhouette or the cutout of the character and put it over top of a specific background. So when I think of the leader cards, I'll have these colored backgrounds that will be for the different deck types. And we have a couple more that are similar to that, being Zoro and Trafalgar Law. These are both similar to the leader cards, where they are cutouts from the digital color of the manga, and then they've put a cool design in the background. And these will just have white borders, and most of this, I think all the ones in this row are from the starter decks. And so like I was saying, they aren't gonna have these hollow backgrounds. That's just special, that's just kind of what people on the Discord have been kind of doing for fun, just to while we wait for more info and wait for more cards and wait for the whole set to get released. But so we have a lot of these. I'm really liking these. Are probably some of my particular favorite cards that we've seen so far, other than straight up a new artwork from new artists, because I the manga is just so beautiful, and especially once you get that digital coloring, I really hope that someday Viz releases a big print version of One Piece, how they're doing with Berserk, and do it with the digital color pages. Oh my gosh, I will throw my money at you. Just give it to me. But that's beside the point. We'll keep on going. So then our next in line are just stuff pulled straight from the manga. And same thing. I don't think we're gonna see any black and white. It's all gonna be the digital color manga, which is good because once again, it's just beautiful. So here we have X-Drake, we have Vivi, but this X-Drake is pulled directly from the manga, as you can tell. And then we have these event cards as well that will be coming with the base starter decks, and I like make sure it's centered there. I like most of these. This is the only one I'm not as much of a fan on, mostly because you can still I guess so you can see the paneling in the X-Drake, but it's not as I don't know, it doesn't bother me as much. I kind of like that you can tell it's from the manga there. But with this one, it's I'm assuming that in Japanese, this dialogue on either side is probably visible, which is probably adding more to the experience here. But I get what they're doing. It looks fine. It's just probably my least favorite of these these style. I like this. I like this. I think the way they use the white space and everything, it works really well for these cards. I especially like the Jet guy. Like especially the way the card looks, just like really the image is how you kind of feel when you're using that card, because like you can take out a really beefy guy. Like you can take out Queen on Kaido's side. Like you can take out that beefy blocker, and it really does give that feeling of taking out that big heavy pacifista for the first time. So then we have what our second kind of source, which is going to be our anime source, and you know it's very similar here. We're getting stuff like we have our Frankie. Here, let me get all. Okay, let's see if I can. There we go. So these four are similar to the digital manga art ones we saw, where these are single frames of the anime, or they might also be advertisement stuff from the anime. It's hard to say, but they're basically taking like stills from the anime and cutting out the character art, and then putting a cool background behind them. And these are perfectly fine. I don't mind the anime artwork versus the manga artwork. I prefer the manga artwork, but I do understand why they're doing it. It's a card game for fun, but it is also advertising One Piece as like a product. And I think if like having both the manga and the anime art in the card set does represent this series quite well. So that's why I don't honestly mind it. I'm hoping that it's more the ratio to anime art and then everything else, like the manga and then original artwork. I'm hoping that the anime artwork in the base set is on the lower end. But if anything's like most of the cards in the starter decks we've seen are more along these lines, and the next kind of grouping in these lines down here where they're pulling like from the anime. Now, do I expect that in the base set? I don't. I would lean more towards like where we'll see more original and manga artwork in the base set, just because I think with these starter decks, they're putting in a lot of cards that they're going to be useful. I'm sure you're going to have some of these, but we're going to be seeing a lot of different versions of these characters. If what I've been hearing from other people online and on YouTube is going to be correct, then it's likely that all these cards that are in the starter decks will be exclusive to the starter decks and won't appear in the base set that's released later in July. And from what I understand, they've also stipulated that doesn't mean we'll see these same cards with different artwork or something down the line, but at least for now, these will likely be just in the starter deck. So I think my guess is that like stuff like this is a little bit lower quality, mostly because it's they're more likely to be replaced with stuff you're gonna get later on, and like they're just trying to probably put I would hope that they're putting more effort into the base set, and that they're using these anime panels as a time saving thing to like I said, allow them to focus more on the base set of cards. But like I said, these aren't bad. You have Karoo, which is from early One Piece. You can tell, and it's nice that we're getting a little bit of like early anime artwork for it if they're gonna do this. And then we at least they're pulling from like really good material for these like at least the Kaido cards. Because I think most of them, I don't have all of them pulled up. I think some of them might not be, or it might be from different sources. But like a lot of the Toby Robo cards are from the episode where they're introduced, which is just one. If you haven't watched the anime recently, that's one of the ones that's been like a highlight, that movie quality animation. So that's the right thing to be pulling from. So at least they're making good decisions, like even with this, like you know what I mean. So like even if they're using anime artwork, they're using the best of the anime artwork for from what I can tell, or at least you know if they have the option to. So the last source would be original artwork. The only original artwork we'll be getting in the starter decks, at least that we've seen, is the stage cards. And they appear to have both the same artist. I think we have the source right here. But so yeah, these are these are good. Like it's a very good rendition of the Sunny. I honestly couldn't have told you that it wasn't necessarily. I could have told you it wasn't from the manga. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can tell it's not either from the anime or manga, but it's close enough to the anime that, like I said, at first look and not looking at it very closely, you could have just could have just mistaken it. And I like the Onigashima. This is a very good way of, depicting the setting without, giving away too much when it comes to spoilers for anyone. So then the next set of original artwork we have is all, like I said, this is all going to be from the base set. So when we got these revealed, we got these 3 cards. So we got one of each color. And then we had this law right here. The law was included in that. So it's clear that we are going to get anime artwork in some way. It is in the style of like this Killer or the Frankie, where it's a cut out with a unique background, so we could see some holographics or something. But what we aren't entirely sure about is if there's another law which I will pop up on the screen right here. So we don't know if that law is like just an alt art of this law, and it'll have the exact same effects and same cost and same power, or if like this will be a law card and then we're gonna have a really cool, unique, original artwork law card that will have a completely different function. We aren't entirely sure about that. And we have a bunch of other artwork which I talk about in another video. I'll pop up a little thing up here somewhere, or up here somewhere, linking you to it if you haven't watched it already, where I kind of like look at the different art, and I think I talked about these 3 in particular as well. But these 3 make me think we're gonna see more original, like new artwork than we're gonna see, like at least anime. Like I said, I don't mind seeing the manga because like manga artwork, because the manga artwork's great. But like we have this one in particular. We have Bonnie, or not Bonnie. Wow, Bonnie. We have Alvida, who is like low cost, and a very not a very important character. And this doesn't look like it'll be like an alt artwork. Like the other one, like the law I popped up earlier, it had kind of a different like framing. It looked. Do we even have a card yet that looks like it yet? No. So, but they revealed 3 cards that looked like it. I'll put up the set. It's Law, Sabo, and Zoro. So we don't know if, like I said, we have no idea how those are working. If I believe they have said that there's going to be alt artwork. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm honestly not that worried about it. I think they're going to be doing a pretty good job with it from what we've seen so far. Like I was saying, the starter decks seem like they, are leaning a little more heavily into the manga and anime. Like I don't think we have any original art in there, but honestly, that's fine. It gives you a reason to like. I'm fine with just trying to get collecting the cards, breaking packs. And I think it'll, make that process even like, super fun. Once I've already have I have the Japanese starter decks ordered, and I have a box of Japanese cards ordered to come. So whenever those get here, I'm gonna open them up and take a look and do like an unboxing of stuff just to show off kind of what things look like. We're getting close, but I'm super excited to keep doing more content. I'm also going to try to do some live gameplay here, and put a little production into the video, see what we can do. And yeah, I also want to give a thanks to basically Hawkins, who like pointed, who I believe made this tabletop sim modification. So I've been using it's Tabletop Simulator on Steam, and you can look for the One Piece trading card game like mod for it, and you can just add that in super easily. Get that downloaded, and you can have these like super like high quality artwork, and you can play online. I've not done that yet. I still need to figure out how to do the online play. I've been using it for these videos, and it's a super awesome source for that, and I'm really thankful that there's a really dedicated community putting together all of this, because I'm really hoping that that together we'll be able to start playing the game when it like gets released in Japan in July, because I don't want to wait till December, honestly. But that's all I really have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and give it a like, give it a subscribe, all the stuff that YouTubers say, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.